There's the sun. I'm not looking at it.
There's the sun. I'm not looking at it. The people here looking at the total solar eclipse. Hello guys, we're here with Mr. Gregg, and he's going to tell us a little bit about the solar eclipse.
Well, thank you, Daniel. What a pleasure to meet you. It was a great day. There was a first solar eclipse in the Cincinnati area in a long time, since probably 1994. So that's a long time. And it was 91% covered up. The moon covered the sun 91%, so it was a pretty nice eclipse. Kind of dark, but it didn't look like sunset. It just kind of got dim, and it got cooler. We're in August, of course, and it was hot, a 90-degree day. And when the sun was blocked out by the moon, the temperature dropped way more than I thought it was going to. And I had a refracting telescope over here that I set up about 1 o'clock to capture the whole eclipse. So I've been watching it. Lots of people have been coming by taking pictures of it. And I was an elementary school principal, and I retired in 2013. So I still like bringing my telescope out and doing things like this. It was a lot of fun.
So what did you like most about the eclipse?
I'm going to tell you something interesting, Daniel. I've been to these eclipses before. The thing I liked most about it is how everybody else who was watching it was so excited about it. And you know, with everything going on in our world today, with all kinds of people who were here at Washington Park today, everybody was all excited about the same thing. And I think that was most important to me, more important to me than the eclipse itself.
Can you show us how you operate your telescope?
It would be my pleasure, Daniel. Let's check it out. This is, like I said, this is a refracting scope, and I need to kind of move it manually right here to kind of bring it back in line. Right there. And this is a refracting telescope, so it works pretty much like a magnifying glass would work. There's a lens at the top and a lens at the bottom, and it magnifies the sun, but you can't look, as you well know, you can't look directly at the sun because it'll hurt your eyes. So this image is projected on a white screen there, kind of like a movie screen is. And that shows you what you could look at if you could see it through your eye, but we can't because, as I said, it'll hurt you. Now, if this were the moon at night, I could take that screen off and I could put my eye right up next to it with no trouble at all. So this is how a refracting scope works. And because the Earth rotates on its axis, that image goes out of the screen of view pretty quick. So I have to use these knobs here to kind of turn them and bring the image back into alignment on the screen.
I think that's good and awesome. And so you said you created this at 1 o'clock?
Yeah, I got here at 1 o'clock and set this all up, and that's right when the eclipse was first started. So I've been here for almost the whole time.
The last thing, I know you're busy, so what would you say to the kids who are watching my video right now?
That's a great question, Daniel, and here's the most important thing, I think. It's one thing to sit down and to learn, but it's another thing to take that knowledge that you've learned and go out there in the world and use it. If this is interesting to people, they should save up some money, buy a telescope, and go out there and look at the world through a telescope, or go look at the world through whatever vocation they decide to choose, and not stay indoors all the time. And since I'm an old guy, I got to get this plug in. Put the video games down once in a while and get out there and see what real life is all about.
Thank you, Mr. Gregg.
Thank you, Mr. Gregg.
You're welcome, Daniel.
Hey,